todo lo que pueda, yo bendiga tus placeres. A medianoche yo te pido un solo beso, solamente un solo beso.
This episode is brought to you by our Patreon members. Sign up right now, patreon.com/VVC Life. And thank you to all of the patrons that have already signed up and are supporting us right now.
Hey, one time for your mind. It's your man, Mastermind. Welcome to another edition of the Indie Show, All Things Indie. Look, man, it's Tuesday. It's your favorite day of the week. This is the show. We're secretly a late night talk show. What we do here, we spotlight entrepreneurs and showcase indie musicians. Tonight it's no different. It's a lot going on, but you know how I like to do it. I need to start off by just telling y'all what's on my mind. It's time for One Time for Your Mind. And in today's One Time for Your Mind, let me see here. Once upon a time, there was this great man, a great AT alien, and he stood up one day and said, the South got something to say. He said those words. Those words were received by the masses. And you know what happened? The South took those words and ran with it. And for the next 20 years, Southern hip hop has controlled the hip hop industry in one form or another. These are facts. You can debate me all you want to, but the radio, TV, the culture right now. Look, Ludacris has a commercial selling insurance. Is that enough? Is that enough for y'all? Look, I heard a Sportioti Dopalicious sample in a alcohol commercial. I would say that name, but y'all not sponsoring this show. The South got something to say. And two of the gentlemen that I have on the show tonight took the time to document such conversations the South wanted to talk about. Shout outs to my guy, Harold Hayes Jr. and Tristan McClain. They're going to be our guests tonight on the Indie Show. Look at me. I'm flying solo. I'm doing the talking. I'm doing the production. I got this. Anything and everything could happen. And then later tonight, some other stuff is going on. Rock with your boy. Tell everybody to tune in and tap in vvclife.com. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Hey, yo, it's about that time, man. The Indie Show. My main man, Mastermind.
The Indie Show, indeed, the flow sickening. Mastermind, if I mastermind, the plot thickens. Good riddance to other pies, the odds against them. Tuesday at 8 p.m., we back in business. Key is in the building, Jay is in the building. Giving the feeling that most of y'all been missing. All things indie, is it banging or whack? Can't call it, but we'll be the judge of that. And Logic came through with the verbal assist. Major League, we envy, ain't no canceling this. And Logic came through with the verbal assist. Major League, we envy, ain't no canceling this. And I'm gone.
The Indie Show with Mastermind.
Hey, one time for your mind, it's your man, Mastermind. Thank you for tapping in and tuning in to the Indie Show, All Things Indie. We're going to get this show started. You know how we do. I got to show love to the people who love me. And we're going...
Hello, neighbor.
And then Hello Neighbor. It's the segment where I just kick shout outs to everybody that's in the chat room. So if you're in the chat room right now, let me know that you are here. But also letting you know these are my indie insiders. To be put on our platinum plaque, all you have to do is watch 3 episodes in a row, participate in the chat. This is a very interactive show. You put something in the comments, I'm putting you on the screen. And if you are interactive with me 3 weeks in a row, bam, you're on the platinum plaque. Shout outs to Jay Kells, Heath Gunn, Nadia, Nicole, and Sam Anderson. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. And who else is in there? Look at that. Heath Gunn is in the building. West Coast, stand up. I see you. Big shout outs. Happy birthday to your wife. Hope everything is well over there on the West Coast. That's how we do it, people. You interact, I put you on the screen. All right. Some other stuff is going on. Let me set up the show. We're talking to 2 people with SunnyBoy Entertainment. It's my guy Harold Hayes Jr., Tristan McClain. Later on in the show, we have artist Rize Da Key. Rize is 1 episode away from becoming our next Will Be the Judge of That Champion. 1. All right. Can he do it? Well, we got a competitor by the name of K Jizzle out of Stone Mountain trying to ruin the coronation. We're going to work that out. We're going to see what's going to happen. All right. So Stone Mountain, Baton Rouge, Atlanta, y'all stand up. We're going to get this thing going and popping. All right. All right. So previously on last week's episode, I didn't do an episode, but y'all need to go back and check out my after show, because the after show, it was me, it was JS1, Cloud Envy. We were kicking it on the after show, and then we were just telling y'all about music that you guys need to check out. Something that's just bubbling up. One of the suggestions I had was check out this dude from Texas. His name is Big X The Plug. We played his music video and whatnot. A lot of cool music we put out there. Hopefully, it's people I'll be able to interview in the future. If you ever want to be on my show, email me at theindyeshow.co@gmail.com. Send me your music. Give me a bio too. Or you can go directly to the site, theindyeshow.co, and submit at the artist submission page. All right? This is how we do it. This is how we get down. There's a lot of stuff I want to tell you about, but I want to talk to my people. All right. Hey, it's all good. It's all good, Heath. I appreciate you. Thank you for continuing to spread the word. All right. So this next segment, I want to go ahead and introduce our guest. I know this young man, Harold. We go back, just to let y'all know, UGA days, back in the day. Good dude. This dude actually was the person who taught me how to actually roll up some wire professionally. All right. So, you got them cords where you're holding cameras and whatnot. He taught me how to, that youngster right there taught me. Now look at him. Emmy Award winner and whatnot. And the guy that he's with, former lead at TV's One Uncensored, also over at BET, doing the show over there, lead editor over there. So we got Harold, we got Tristan. I want to introduce you to these young men right now. Y'all show them some love. Put y'all hands together virtually for Harold and Tristan.
Hello.
What's up? What's up?
How you doing?
What's happening? How y'all living?
Pretty good. No complaints.
Indeed.
All right then.
Yeah.
Look, I am honored to have you guys on the show. Look, man, y'all some heavy hitters. Y'all doing it out there. And one, I'm proud of y'all, and I appreciate y'all time. So thank you so much for rocking with me.
Man, thank you for having us on.
Yes, thanks.
Yes,
Man, it's been a minute. It's good to see you, Arvell, man.
It has been a minute. So I'm really looking forward to this right here. Big shout out to the diva. I know she's sending love to you, Harold. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Look, I need to apologize now. Look, I'm doing everything. I'm doing interviewing. I'm doing all the production. So all of this is happening in real time. So I'm behind the scenes just like, man, how does my guy do this? All right. So anyway, so this next segment, I call this elevator pitch.
Okay.
Who the hell do you think you are?
All right. In elevator pitch, you all have a certain amount of time to pitch yourself. All right. Just like we go in the elevator. Today we're going to the 3rd floor. That means you have 30 seconds to pitch yourself. All right. So
The 30 seconds.
which one of you gentlemen would like to go first? Because look, we've seen someone do an elevator pitch in 60 seconds and crashed and burned. But I've had someone do it in 10 seconds, and it was the best elevator pitch I've ever seen. So no pressure. I say no pressure because if you're terrible and slow, all I'm gonna say is thank you so much for your time, but I'm gonna have to let you go. All right, so no pressure. All right, so I'm not. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh, Harold is stepping up to the plate, ladies and gentlemen. All right. You see him. All right. When I say go, I need you to go 30-second timer. And go.
All right, cool. We're going to tag team this. First and foremost, my name is Harold Hayes Jr., one half of SunnyBoy Entertainment. My homeboy is Craig Phillips. We have been in the game for about 20 years, maybe a little more. We're screenwriters, producers. We just tell content. We're storytellers, and we're out here always trying to find good stories out there. We work with the major motion picture studios, doing tons of marketing and content for them. But we're out here just trying to find great stories, write good stories, and put things out, and bring the community along with us. So now I'm going to pass off to Tristan.
All right, good job, good job.
Okay.
All right.
Oh dang, was that 30?
Was that 30
That
seconds?
was 30 seconds, man.
Oh dang.
Yeah, you was in the zone. You was in the
All right,
zone.
Tristan,
I was just like, okay, man.
That felt like 20.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, that's how it is. I'm trying to have you on your toes. All right, cool.
All right.
All right, Mr. Tristan. All right, you saw how not to do it. All right, so are you ready, sir?
Yeah, I guess so.
30-second timer, go.
Hey, my name is Tristan McClain. I'm a musician, producer, director, content creator. I like taking ideas from the creation to the completion. So any idea you have, we like to make it out, tell your story, and bring it out to the world.
That's how you do it. 15 seconds left on the clock. He was just like, I'm gonna just drop the mic on that one. All right. Look, man, I'm cool with that. I like that, sir. Congratulations. I guess you all pass. All right. So,
Appreciate you.
there you go. There's the timer going on. All right. So you guys pass. We will move on to the next segment. All right.
All right.
This next segment is one of my personal favorites, and the people in the audience like it as well. This segment is called New Phone Who Dis. And in New Phone Who Dis, there's only one rule, and that rule is you have to keep it 100. Can you do that?
We'll see.
New phone, who this? New phone, who this?
All right, here we go. 10 rapid fire questions. I just need you to keep it 100. All right. Let me see here. In no particular order. Oh, yeah. Let's start off big time. All right, gentlemen. And people in the chat room, you can answer these questions as well. I will share them on the screen. In spades, which is the big joker? The big colorful joker, the small black and white joker, or the 2 of diamonds?
Big colorful joker.
2.
Say what?
Number 2.
Big colorful joker.
You said number 2. Let me see what number 2. Number 2 was the small black and white joker, and 2 different answers. I love it. So it looks like I'm going to be playing spades with Tristan because Harold doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh, dang.
Have you ever played spades, sir? Have you?
Doc, I used to play back in the day in college, right? But like,
okay.
the thing is,
20-some odd years ago. Okay, continue.
The thing is, man, one time my parents dropped me off at my family's house, you know, like my cousin's house. And all summer, all we did was play spades. All summer, right? So I just like, I don't even play cards no more, period. Because I was just like, I'm carded out.
That's your excuse. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah. So you, because there are households that want to add the 2s and all that kind of good stuff. But no, me and Tristan, we here, bro.
We joke a little joke.
We here.
2 of diamonds, 2 of spades. Yeah.
All right.
That's how you play?
Big joker, little joker, 2 of diamonds, 2 of spades.
Dang. I gotta freshen up, man. I didn't know how to freshen up before I came on the
He
show.
got the 2s in there. All right. Look, man. Here we go. Already. All right. Let's see here. Question number 2. What's your favorite cereal as a child and now as an adult?
Ooh, I like a lot of cereal.
Raisin Bran with the sugar.
No. Right,
Raisin Bran. Old man Raisin Bran.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Apple Jacks.
Nah.
All the sugary stuff.
Yeah, that's way too sugary, dog.
Wait, today you still eat the Apple Jacks?
Nah, no more Apple Jacks. I don't even know if they sell those. I do still eat Fruit Loops.
He said he don't know if they.
See, Raisin Bran, it's got just the right amount of sugar, right? And then it drizzled down into the milk at the bottom. Milk be perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Raisin Bran. Natural. How old are you?
Hey, bro, you got to keep up with the brand. You got to keep the fiber.
No, you could have said Raisin Bran Crunch, but you said OG Raisin Bran.
I do
no
be adding
sugar whatsoever.
I do be adding cranberries to it.
Oh, look, I don't even know you, dog.
No, is it cranberries?
What is really going on? All right, let me see if I know you. All right, next question. Do you tip for carryout meals?
Ooh.
Yeah, my wife is pissed off about that one.
I mean, I used to, but not anymore.
It's too high now. It is too high.
No, pay attention. I said carry out. So when you go to the place to pick up your food, are you tipping to pick up your food?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, my wife.
Why, sir?
Why? Because I'll be helping out the staff.
They was gonna cook that anyway. So what are they getting tipped for?
I'm changing my mind these days, though. I am changing my mind. Now I'll be looking at, I am changing my mind. My wife is on me on that one.
So she wants you to tip.
No, she don't.
Oh, so you just got money. I got you. So
Hey,
what about you?
Big heart, bro.
Big baller. Hey, look, man, thank you for cooking my food the way you were supposed to. Here's a couple of dollars. Tristan, are we tipping on the carryout?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore, but you used to.
Yeah, I used to, and I was like, well, I don't tip when I go to Burger King. I don't tip when I go to McDonald's. That's carryout.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I like that. Look, okay, the people in the
might
chat
be pandemic leftovers for me. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Big shout outs to Latoya. She going back. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is her cereal. Tina Berry says cream of wheat. Oatmeal. What?
See?
No. What is really going on? No for the takeout. And G-Man said no for the takeout. All right, good. That's what I'm talking about. No for the takeout. We ain't doing no takeout. That's crazy talk.
But what if it was at your the black restaurant, You want to help them out,
That's
if I'm coming to pick up my food, it's not like they delivered it. I'm picking up my food. What is the extra $1 for? I don't understand. Look, I can't do it. It's not coming out of my pocket. I just no. All right. Tina, okay, look. When I said cereal, I meant something you put milk in. But you and this oatmeal kick, all right, I got you. I see what type of show we're gonna have today. This is what we're doing. All right, next question. This is perfect for y'all. What 70s, 80s, 90s TV show would you reboot? Not everybody at once.
Airwolf.
Airwolf. Oh, this is our first Airwolf, I do believe. All right, just throwing it out there. Do you have someone who you would want to be on the show? Airwolf.
What's Airwolf? Y'all got that.
You don't even know Airwolf?
I know what Airwolf is.
Oh, dog. What? Airwolf was this black helicopter. It was like stealth helicopter. It was the baddest machine, right? It was out the volcano in the desert, fly to all kind of locations, and would shoot up all these cartels, I guess. I don't know.
It was a great show. And then at one point, the repeats used to come on USA. And look, Airwolf was the joint. I think it's an 80s show.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, it was 80s show.
Yeah, I feel like they rebooted already. Like I would think of like Knight Rider.
Knight Rider had a few reboots that never did work out.
They already
never
rebooting Gargoyles.
But
you said Gargoyles?
Yeah, they're rebooting that one this year, I think.
Yeah, that's getting ready.
I'm down for Gargoyles. That was my show.
Man, I tried to show my kids Darkwing Duck. They were like, "Nah, turn this off, yo. Turn this."
Oh, so did you watch the new DuckTales?
Oh yeah. We watched that. It was good.
And the new DuckTales was fire. So I like how they included Darkwing Duck. I really enjoyed that. Latoya Goodman is in the chat. What's up, Latoya? She said Good Times. And that's interesting because Good Time is about to get an animated series. And they just announced some of the voices that's going to be on there. So Jay Farrow is going to be one of the voices on the show. So that's going to be interesting. G-Man says the $6 million man.
I think they got the $6 million woman.
They do, yeah.
Bionic woman? Yeah, so at this point, might as well make it $1 billion.
Right.
With inflation.
Could you imagine a black Alf in a black family?
Yes. I had to think about it because I don't want it on NBC. I don't want it on regular TV because I want them to be able to cuss and just be normal. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it squeaky clean because I want the way that certain black folks talk. All right, depending on what socioeconomic background he's coming from, it's going to be the type of humor I'm going to get.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what they talking about? Oh yes, they're looking forward to that. All right. So next question. When you're eating out, do you sit with your back to the door?
Hell no.
Yeah. Well, it really depends though, because a lot of restaurants have multiple doors, so you got to see which way you can face the most doors and the most windows.
Always got to know where to bounce.
Yeah.
I need to see where y'all head is at. All right.
Sometimes I want to see the kitchen too.
This is true. Do y'all back into y'all parking spots?
All the time.
Yeah.
Almost every time. Almost all the time.
Huh. Why? I'm picking your brain. Why?
So I can get out. I got straight. I can see the situation. Always got to know who's coming at you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if there's a concrete wall. I love to back up next to the concrete wall. You know what I mean? So nobody can just walk up on you, you know? Always need to be able to get out. You can always maneuver the car easier. You can see someone coming from left to right so you don't hit them. All kind of crazy stuff. It's just mad situation awareness.
Running from the law. Is that
no, situational awareness.
Right. And sometimes it's easier to back in too because you just go in and then like you just whip the front around, you know, and with the cameras. And then when you're leaving, you don't got to worry about hitting nobody most of the time.
Yeah, he said most of the time. What they talking about in the chat room right now? Lord, Alf would be a J. That's messed up. Tina Berry said yes because my man has my back. Oh, that's when you sitting. Movie lingo, what's happening? Always back into parking spots. There we go. They out here backing into parking spots. Okay, I see y'all. All right, so they on your
Wait, Arvo, what you do? Do you back in the parking spots?
No, not really. Because some mornings I'm backing out when I'm driving. I'm not in the rush. The police ain't coming after me. So, you know, I take my time pulling out in the morning and I zoom off. But I can understand the joy of not having to reverse in the morning time. You get up, it's cold outside, you get in your car and just zip on out. But again, I ain't got nobody chasing me, so I'm cool. I'm patient. Right. This is the indie show. We are chilling with Tristan and Harold. We got a few more questions in this segment. We're learning a lot, but you know I'm setting them up for the big question. All right. Let me see. Look, Heath says y'all some smart, safe drivers. Tina talking about she back in sometimes. You know you don't back in all the time, Tina. Come on now. Let's be for real. All right. Food. You see the list. How do you like your wings?
Ooh.
These are the flavors, and then I need to know: do you like drums, flats, or both?
All right.
Hard hitting questions.
Dry lemon pepper.
Dry lemon pepper. What type of wing? Drums or flats?
Now I like flats, and here's the reason why. I used to be drums only, but now it's flats because I saw this TikTok video where dude showed you twist one bone, you twist the other one, and you pull it apart, and you got this big old fatty piece of meat right there, right? You just hit that bad boy in some sauce, some blue cheese. You get more with the flats, and it's moist.
Look at TikTok working this magic. I see you
teaching us.
I learned some.
Nah, I can't do dry though. The lemon pepper dry just be like, it hurts the back of your throat. Yeah. But,
too much flavor. But what type of wing though?
I like both. I like both.
All right.
Yeah. I like barbecue too. So I don't know between lemon pepper wet or barbecue.
Okay, we got classic barbecue making the shout out. What are people talking about? Tina, she liked them flats, and he said he like his dry. Dry what, man? Come on now. Oh, dang. G-Man said flats, Chesapeake Bay.
Now that sounds fire. I got to try that.
Oh. All right. Latoya says heat and flats have to be spicy. All right. Her nose running, eyes watering. She's enjoying every wing. And he's talking about drums and flats with that Tajin seasoning. All right. Couple more questions. Let me see here, because y'all need to answer this question right here. Here it is. Last two. What's the title of your autobiography?
Oof.
Oh, wow. I think I finally stumped somebody. Usually, this question is one of my favorite because when I ask it, I get answers like this. It's like people been waiting all their life to tell me their answer. So, title of your autobiography. I stumped them. Y'all see that, people? Y'all was here in real time on 12/12/23. I stumped.
Oh, I got one. I got it. I think.
Okay, what's up, Tristan?
Things work themselves out.
Okay, I see you. I like that.
Yeah, it's just like that's the motto. It's like when people worry, I just like, oh, it's gonna work itself out, and then it happens. You don't gotta worry about it. You just let it do it.
Harold, I see you over there pontificating.
I just say, I guess imagination is my superpower.
Okay, I like that. Imagination is my superpower. The untold tales of Harold. All right. Look, G-Man says if knowing was half the battle. All right, then.
There you
G-Man,
go.
I see you.
There you go.
It's pronounced, man, I don't care what the seasoning is called. I know what it is. I can see it in my mind, man. All right, cool. So last question. This is a very important question. A lot of friendships have been made and lost because of this question. So take a moment to really think about it. And this goes for everybody that's tuned in right now. I need you to be honest with me as well as yourself. Type it in the chat room and put it on the screen. Don't change your answer. Gentlemen, here we go. Your question, and you can't refuse answering it. How do you like your grits? Cheese, salt and pepper, sugar, butter. You can choose any combination of those.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah.
All right, so one at a time, I need y'all to answer the question.
Go ahead, Tristan.
All right, 1, 2, and 4.
1, 2, and just for the people out there, my guy said cheese, salt and pepper, and butter.
Yeah.
All right. What about you?
Cheese, salt and pepper, and bacon.
Cheese, salt and pepper, and bacon. So you mean to tell me no one chose grits? I mean, sugar?
No.
My wife.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes,
we back, baby. Look, man, I think the last two people I had on the show, they put sugar in their grits. That's a no-no. I do not understand why people are messing up their grits.
All right, that's like
Putting
oatmeal.
sugar. I bet you Tina out there. Tina, you put sugar in your grits. I know it because you talk about oatmeal the whole show. It's a problem in these streets, man, with these sugar grits.
Yeah. I like that. That's the big question.
That's the big question. Look. All right, movie lingo, good answer. And see, Latoya, she said, I don't eat no more, but when I did, sugar. Look at her.
You don't eat grits no more?
How you give up on grits? Tell me. Oh, she moved over to oatmeal or something stupid. Tina Berry says pepper and salted butter. Salted butter.
Yeah,
Not salt and pepper, but salted butter.
Right.
Bacon makes everything better. You ain't lying.
That's true.
Tina can't eat sugar. All right, Tina. All right, you got it. Gentlemen, you did a great job on that one. I appreciate you. We're going to keep this thing moving. All right, so usually this part of the show, we'll be the judge of that. And we'll be the judge of that. We have three artists. We're going to watch their music videos, critique them, then we're going to vote for our favorite. We're going to push that back and waiting for my producer to show up, and we're going to make that happen. We're still doing it. It's just going to be later on in the show. So thank you for being patient with us.
Cool.
But what we are going to do, it is time for the next segment. It is called 101. And 101, and well, it's...
I can't believe that it's finally me and you and you and me, just us.
And 101, it's us. 101 on one. It's time for the interview. All right, so we're going to get to know each other. Look, your bios are extensive. And I gave y'all 30 seconds to really just throw yourself out there. But now, let the people know who you are and some of the stuff that you've done, all right? And we're going to follow up because I got questions and everything. But I just want the folks to know just a little bit more about you and what you've done, all right? I want to go with you, Tristan. Let's start with you because before you got with SunnyBoy, I see you've done a little bit of everything. So tell me about working with TV1, BET, and what is this about you working with the Avengers?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long, fun road. Started off in music as a engineer and producer. Worked at a studio out of Atlanta, so we had a whole bunch of people coming up. We had like the Drakes, Whitney when she was with us, Mariah's. Worked with Bieber, Will.i.am. So we had everybody coming to the studio, and while they were there, we were filming. We started like this little blog. This is when the blog world was hot, like in 2011, 12, 13. And we were just filming like Drake, Justice League, Cole, Kendrick, and all these people. And then I left that and I was like, oh, I think I like more than just music. I want to do film. So I just traveled the country doing music videos and kind of landed doing, got an assistant editing gig doing this TV show for BET and ended up taking that show the whole way. So that's how I started doing the Tales on BET with Irv Gotti. And then from that, I just started like doing day plan for some Marvel stuff, and it happened to be the Avengers. And I was like, oh, this is pretty fun. So, on the VFX side, I was like, oh, getting my foot in the door with film. And then full circle doing TV1 uncensored. Work with marketing companies, the Air Force, running their campaigns. So it was like a whole little like journey down that road. I was like, never would have imagined like kind of going to college to learn how to mix a song. And now, like, making movies from scratch.
Exactly. That is crazy. So, did you get with Marvel because you did so much with the BET show?
No, that kind of happened at the same time. So, my wife, she was on set, and she was like, "Do you want to come for the Rock's movie, Rampage?" And so I started working on the Rampage movie, and then people who worked on that movie went on to Marvel, and they're like, "Hey, we want you."
Always as visual effects.
Yeah, visual effects, camera operation.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
and so
crazy.
Yeah, they just kind of word of mouth. They bring you along with them.
Yeah. Okay, then I was this close to being on that Irv Gotti show. So it would have been crazy if
Oh,
I
really?
would have
Oh,
met you.
Charles?
Yeah, man.
What you was
Yeah,
gonna do?
I auditioned a couple of different episodes. So you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I didn't book them, but it was always some good stuff. I like what you guys did with Tails.
Yeah, it was a fun show.
Yeah, so you were there from the whole time.
Yeah. I started, and the crazy thing about that is that he used at the beginning all music video directors. You know what I mean? So like, what's his name? Jesse. What's the other guy's name? Not Director X, but the one who did the Tupac remake, the Tupac movie. The one who directed that one. I forgot his name. But yeah, so all the music, all the music video directors came with their style, their movement, and then he brought in some other directors who had done some TV stuff. So it was a whole different approach to TV.
Okay, then there we go. All right, Harold, talk to me. Look, on top of you start being, I want to know how you started, SunnyBoy, and how did you get to that point? You know what I'm saying? Is that something you've always wanted to do? And on top of that, you out here writing on the sly with a pen name? What?
Oh yeah. So pen name is Rucker Moses, which is it's not just a one person pen name. I mean, so it's I and my business partner Craig Phillips, who also went to the University of Georgia, is we're Rucker Moses, and now we're three, where we brought three of Ganji and so now we're all three of us are called Rucker Moses. So our book is out, two books actually. Kingston and the Magician's Lost and Found from Penguin Random House. And then there's Kingston and the Echoes of Magic. And now we have a third one we're hopefully getting ready to publish too. And that one takes place here in Atlanta. It's kind of what we call middle grade fun books. It's actually, Kingston is right now in the last phases of the screenplay side for Disney Plus. So we'll see if that gets to be a feature film soon.
Ooh,
yeah.
Fingers crossed on that.
Exactly. Yeah, it's been a long road. But anyways, like I started, in college as SunnyBoy Productions. SunnyBoy is named after my grandfather. His nickname was SunnyBoy. So, but I'm into space and science and stuff, so I put the U in it. And then me and my business partner Craig connected up, made some short films, in between college. After college, and then out in LA, we started like just making stuff out of our apartment. And so then, we were writing screenplays all the time. And then we just kind of like, we were always kind of working in two different phases, right? There's bread and butter work where I had to eat, kind of make some money. So I was using my editorial skills and stuff like that. And he was writing like interstitials and stuff like that, and different kind of stuff, promotional stuff. And I ended up at a BTS company, and I really enjoyed kind of like seeing how movies were made and being on sets, and basically got the best film school in the world, being on sets doing making ofs, right? And so then they realized I had the chops for filming, which I also again honed here at another company called ASV here in Atlanta before I went out to LA. And so actually my professor he owned that company. So I was able to transition from editorial to back to camera. And so really kind of like I got to see the best filmmakers in the world kind of just make their movies, and I'd be right there, and they would all like allow me to kind of film the whole filmmaking process, and we would make more content for people to consume and get butts and seats, so people would kind of like get an understanding of what the films are about, how they're made, the themes, get an early look at it, and also like after the fact on physical discs like Blu-ray and DVD stuff. So that was bread and butter work. And then at the same time, we started writing for R.L. Stine's Haunting Hour, and which is like a family horror show. And then Spooksville, and we won the show won Emmy, and we were 3-time Emmy nominated writers on that. So it's just been like storytelling's the life, I never thought I'd come back to Atlanta, to be honest. Never thought I would, but something moved me to do so. There's a lot of different reasons. Came back here, and I'm loving it. I've been back here about 2 years now. I met Tristan on an interview, and just kind of like we had a mad connection. I just could tell like his brother was more than he let on to be, and so with him, I realized he was not just like a editor or assistant editor or anything like that. Not assistant editor. I mean, post soup. I was like, oh, this dude's a producer. He knows. He's got his own connects out here. So it's been great working with Tristan because we're able to kind of meet up with Michael Smith at Peachtree TV, get this show Welcome to the A off the ground with Peachtree, and just met all kind of mad entrepreneurs in the hip hop space in this special year of being 50 years of hip hop. It's been an awesome thing to kind of like meet more people out here and like to start producing on this coast. It's been awesome.
That is what's up, man. That is a great setup. You set me up perfectly to start talking about that show. But you all have a wonderful journey. It's just impressive. I just wanted to take a minute just to absorb that moment, because to go from, let's just start in college, just being in college, could you see yourself where you are now? Was the vision of you, what you were thinking in your brain, where you've landed right now? Tristan.
No, let's see. In college, so I was in college for 2 years because I came in with extra credits. My last year, I started a record label. So my whole trajectory for me was music, like owning the label, in the industry, signing artists, going on tours. We were doing like Florida tours and Georgia tours. And so like I had always like enjoyed film, but I didn't think I was going to be in the film industry. Like everything was music for me back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a complete, I guess, 180.
What about you, Harold?
Nah, when I first got to college, I was a bio pre-med major. And then I met you, Arvell, and Earl McGinty. And man, y'all were just really into music, and we kind of found our way into that studio in the agriculture department where these guys had like no one was using the studio. And we were like, all right, let's make this show called The Hype. And
The Hype. Yes, Hype. It was a labor of love. Look, man, having you part of The Hype just made everything so much better. So what was interesting, so me and my homie Jarvis, we came up with the idea and everything. We just knew what we wanted. I had connections already with the music industry. So people were sending me videos as well as the music, because my background is radio. So I was already doing radio. And he came in with the technical prowess. And so when we merged like Voltron, it was a beautiful thing. Look, I had the opportunity to interview Outkast. And because I had my own show, I was able to put that interview on television on our housing TV channel on cable. And I was like the one who pretty much broke Andre and Erykah Badu's relationship, because I saw how they were interacting at the concert that they did together. And so I put it out there, and I got a no answer from Andre. And so I'm just gonna live with that. So look, I'm love Outkast, and I put it out into the atmosphere that I wanted to interview them. Interview just fell in my lap because I was writing for the newspaper. So I just used all my connections. Look, writing for the newspaper, recorded it so I can put it on my TV show. That's how we get down. Fast forward, now we here, we doing things this kind of way. So, I want to be able to take this show, elevate it with all the bells and whistles. Who knows? It's been a good 2023. Who knows what's in store for us in 2024? But my guy Harold, that day, cooler than a fan. So when I saw you making your moves, doing what you do, and this show, Welcome to the A, I got halfway through it, and I was just like, I need to have him on the show. I need to talk to Harold, because this show is so well done. It really is. I'm going to ask you, is Atlanta the only place that is showing? Because everybody around the country and around the world needs to be able to see this docuseries. Honestly, it says it's 30 minutes, but I think this whole episode is like a zip file because it says 30 minutes, but when you unzip it, it's a 45-minute show. It is so dense with information. The different stories that you hear, and it is not a long show. You just keep feeding us, and every episode you keep feeding us and feeding us. And I'm impressed that you get so much information in such a short period of time. It is beautiful how you guys just arranged each episode thematically, and I am a fan. It is beautiful. Everything that you guys have done, it is top quality. I want you guys to get local and national Emmys because it's all hits, no misses. And that's just real talk comes from me. So is it just Atlanta?
I mean, it's right now it's for this run, it's exclusively on Peachtree TV, Atlanta CW, which is because it's airing and they're the ones who kind of, they're the ones who put it out there. So there'll be a chance and a window where it will go to all the different platforms, streaming platforms.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we can do Welcome to LA, Welcome to Miami, Welcome to New York. We'll see.
Hey, look at that. Look, exclusive. Y'all heard it here on the Indie Show. Look, they got a plan. And if you haven't seen it, one of the things I wanted to say is I really do hope it goes to streaming because it is an impressive show and y'all have done a lot of work. Tristan, what are some of the things that you do on the show?
Yeah, so with this one, because how I started, I introduced Harold to Mike, and Mike was like, "Hey, got an idea. I want to, celebrate this 50 years of hip hop. We looking for this content." And he's like, "Can you do a show?" And we're like, "Well, yeah, we could do a show." So that we just started going. So we wrote the questions. We did the bookings, got the crew together. So the whole producing, the pre-production, we did all that together. Harold ran one room of interviews. I ran the other room of interviews. Came back together. We outlined the show. I was like, well, because at first we were thinking about going
interviews. I think it was
52. Yeah, 52 interviews.
By the end of it was like, yeah. No, well, the first 2 days was just 40 something interviews.
Yeah.
Then we did like more of that later.
Yeah. We were going to do it linearly, like tell the story, but then we were like, let's do it by topics. Because, if you weren't there in the 70s, you might not be as tuned in, but you'll know about DJs. You want to hear about DJs from beginning to end. You want to hear about the clubs, especially in Atlanta, from beginning to end. You want to hear about the production styles, So, yeah, we got have my hand in a lot of it. So,
okay, I was really curious how this whole concept came together. So are you also the person that had the contact at the Peachtree TV CW?
Yeah. Because we had been talking about some shows from before. And then it was just like the perfect alignment. Like I met Harold and I was like, oh yeah, Michael. And it was like, because it wouldn't have been able to get done without SunnyBoy and Harold. It was like the perfect artistic touch, the professionalism, just the extra oomph, the creative prowess. Yeah, it was a perfect storm.
You guys got a shout out there. Heath Gunn said, I'm proud of both of them cats. They make it sound so easy to make. They must have mad skills.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Are y'all getting a lot of love from the CW, Peachtree TV, with this project?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that they've had nothing but heard great things about it. I would like to see the ratings. I haven't seen the ratings, but so I mean, there's a lot of trust. There's a lot of trust that's gone into, of course, the first few episodes, we're trying to get it off the ground. They trying to figure out, like, what is this? And then now they're just like, man, let us do our thing, which has been a lot of freedom for us. And it's been a really, really amazing, like I said, creative endeavor to kind of like explore. And honestly, like, this is Tristan's baby. Like, Tristan and Michael, like, I come from the film side, the film world, right? So I'm here in support of what Tristan's knowledge and his connections. And like I said, it's like I realized he was more than what he said he was. And I was like, oh, come on, brother. What you want to do? Let's make something. And so he put it out there. And then, like, so I can tell you I've learned a massive amount of hip hop and the entrepreneurs and the artists that are in the game. It was great to meet some journalists in the business. So it wasn't just about the artists. It was about the folks who run radio and run different shows and DJs and then even just folks who did community share and showcase, people who do community events and
wouldn't hear about,
and brought talent
out. Stories that we didn't even get to use. Like, every interview that we did was about like 30 to 45 minutes. And so you might see everybody throughout the season on screen for a max 10 to 15 minutes. You know what I mean? So there's still hours of interviews that we still didn't use, but it's just a lot of
we need a season 2, man. Come on. Come on.
So I'm cut check.
Exactly. You hear that, CWP TV? Come on now. Look, they need to, one of the things is to promote it, because I've been doing a whole lot of word of mouth. Because like, I'll tell as many hip hop heads that I know, hey, you need to be checking this out. And I like the fact that they're showing the show on Wednesdays and Fridays. So
that was because of Bone, because Bone was like, hey, we need to promote this. Bone Crusher came through as one of the executive producers, and he's the mouthpiece. So he was gonna let.
So I'm gonna go with that. All right. So because I was about to say, bravo. Whose idea was it to get Bone Crusher as the narrator? Who brought him in? How did he become a part of this?
Yes, Michael.
So Bone was one of the EPs because he is a consulting company. So he had been working with a lot of the hip hop artists from Atlanta from before. And then we were writing it out. We had a couple other names as the narrator. I think Frank Ski, but he was doing another documentary. And then I think me, Harold, and Travis were in there. Travis is the one of the story producers. He's kind of the brilliant one who looks at all the quotes and all the sound bites and was like, okay, here's how we're gonna weave this one together. So we were like, why not just get Bone? And Bone was down, so made it happen.
Yeah, and then Bone got real energetic with it. He's he just has that massive voice and
divine glorious.
And to hear some stories, we heard some stories about Bones past that are just amazing to hear. It's like, wow, these folks are legends, right? They're legends in their own way, and we just want to honor the craft that I grew up listening to.
Yeah.
So for both of y'all, what was y'all's introduction to hip hop? Hard hitting questions over here.
Yeah, I don't think I was introduced to hip hop. I think I was just born into it because I was born in '87, so by then hip hop was already there. So the fashion, the culture, the music, it was just I just grew up in it. My brother was a DJ, so there was nothing. It wasn't like I lived without knowing hip hop,
Yeah, I'd say it was roller skating rink when I was a kid. Skating rinks. I'm an Army kid, so I lived in Germany for about 6 years of my life. But so we would always get music 3 to 6 months after it would play here in the US. So I remember one time my dad was like, yo, put out a cassette tape and was like, yo, this is something that one of my uncles recorded and sent overseas. I was like, yo, this is what's popular in the States right now. And he played Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe. And we're like, you just hear, we'd start so when we heard new music, it was like an alien transmission. Like as it was just like, what the heck is that? And you just be into it. And then next, and I think the skating rink is when I started to really understand the vibe of it. You know what I'm saying? Like people just party and stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. Hey, you are tuned in. This is the Indie Show, All Things Indie. I'm your host, Mastermind, and I'm blessed and honored to have two members from SunnyBoy Entertainment. It is Harold Hayes Jr. and Tristan McClain. They are some of the people that bringing you the hot docuseries, Welcome to the A. If you are in Atlanta, Wednesdays, Thursdays, 7 to 7:30. I need y'all to tune in and check it out. It repeats on Fridays. All right. Watch it, enjoy it. Every episode is wonderful, well produced. Because you're thinking, oh, this is local. Nah, man, this is top quality entertainment right here. Everything about this production is awesome, and it's because of people like Tristan and Harold in the background. All right, I just wanted to let y'all know, just switching gears up. It's just me. I'm having technical difficulties. So if you came for the music, I'm pushing everything back to next week because I want you to be able to see the music videos. Next week's guest is one of our my last will be the judge of that champion. He's Chief Wrecker out of Canada. So Canada, y'all show him some love. We're gonna be interviewing Chief Wrecker, but next week, tonight's will be the judge of that championship. Is going to be next week. All right. So stick around, please. Finish watching this interview because it's crazy. I got more questions, play some games or whatnot, but we're gonna have some fun. All right. So, who is your favorite Southern rapper?
Oh, that's Andre.
Yeah. Big boy for me now.
Interesting. I am an Andre 3000 fan as well, but I understand and I appreciate Big because Big represents the streets, but he has elevated his game in such a way that he doesn't get the credit and the props that he deserves. He is excellent on the mic. He should be up there with some of the greats that they claim come from New York. All right. But Andre is just something about him. He is a wordsmith. He makes you rewind that tape and be like, wait, what did he say? Oh man, I got to use that. The way I CC the girl, the way I CC Crosstown.
Oh yeah. And it's the control of the beat too.
Yes.
Yeah, how you just flow on top of it and you're not controlled by the snares or the kicks. You're just in different pockets. Yeah.
I like talking to people in the music industry because I learned a lot. Your brain processes information differently.
Yeah.
And so anytime y'all talking, I'm sitting back and listening.
Man,
because you have a viewpoint.
I worked with Andre this one time, and when I was engineering. So the song he did with T.I., I think Jazzy Faye produced it, and who else was on it? Yeah, it was T.I. and Andre did a feature. It's called Sorry. And in the verse, he's apologizing to Big Boy for like turning down all the money, not doing any tours for a while. But he comes in there and he's like, hey, I got some thoughts I was just thinking about. I just want to see how they sound. And he starts rapping. I was like, all right, cool. And while he's rapping, I'm like plugging up the mics and stuff, getting everything together. He's listening to the beat. And then like he goes for like 20 minutes and he stops. He's like, did you record that? And I was like, what? Record that? I didn't know you was gonna go in the studio. He's like, man, y'all recording. And I was like, man. And they gave me some Bubblicious bubble gum. It was cool.
Now you're a Bubblicious fan.
Yeah.
Oh man. Now look. Now always record.
If the mic's not connected, you just gotta record.
Jeez. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. So y'all see the pain, y'all understand. Look, that's a life lesson. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't just win all the time. Getting an L sometimes, that's the stuff that you remember. And now he got a great story. And now He ain't gonna do it no more. I'm gonna tell you that. What's a story that sticks with you from all the interviews you've done on Welcome to the A? What story sticks with you the most? That you just think it is and pop into your head, be like, oh man, that was really good.
For me, it's Jazzy Faye telling the story about Master P at the Lakewood Amphitheater. You know?
Yes, when he left the gate, he was just like, "Oh yeah, nope."
Right, like it took so much self-control for me to not like just speak up and try and interject and ask questions. I just had to let that man go, and he was so into it. It was story time, and I was just cracking up. I was just trying not to die laughing the whole time. It was awesome. Jazzy Faye has mad energy.
Yes, Jazzy Finzel.
Yeah. I don't know. Big Floaty had a lot of stories from the Attic Crew.
Yes, I was just about to say Big Floaty because I learned a lot from Big Floaty when he was telling me about his connections with the Dungeon Family. Because the Dungeon Family episode, as you may or may not know, is one of my favorite episodes. Nice. All right. So when he was talking about how the Attic Crew was just like, yeah, we need to go over here so we can get our shot and all that kind of good stuff. I didn't know Floaty's connections to everything and how Attic Crew was connected. So I was just like, wow, this is very interesting. He's a great storyteller too.
Yeah. He is. Oh man, I don't even know what episode. I don't know even this one aired yet, but this one, and it's a dude named Harold. And
hey man, not me,
not just Harold, but it's a dude named Harold where they had to show him some tough love. Some dude named Harold, but I don't know if it aired yet, so I don't want to tell the story.
I haven't seen that one. Look, the first couple episodes I missed because it wasn't. No one was talking about it. So I just happened to come across this. It was like, yo, this show is kind of hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All
right then.
He told us a story about Bone getting mad one time and then stopping over the side of the road and picking up a tree stump out the ground. And people were like, is he okay? And he's just, yeah.
Okay.
Bone's strong, man.
It's strong. Look, is this you guys' first documentary? No, it's not.
No. I've been doing documentaries. Again, it's been interesting. Like I've been doing documentaries for American Cancer Society when I got out of college with ASV. So I met cancer survivors all across the United States for about 2.5 years. We made documentaries for them, and then I did stuff for like different corporations. And then the one I've been proud of is like. Did one for the Batman I was on set, and then I did one for Nope, which that film was an interesting one. But to bring it to this has been special. To do this, I will say this is one of the most memorable to really dive into this subject matter and meet these folks, and like Rashida and Kurt just give like this just kind of like life lessons of how to survive in the game and like make money and other things. And all these other people, like really, they're not just like, we thought there was going to be a lot of people just sitting there like, I'm the greatest. No, it wasn't that. These people were really out here trying to like help the community, like learn from their experiences and pass that information forward and try and see where hip hop's going to go. And so I just can say I was truly ecstatic about meeting everybody here in the A, doing in the game. It's been awesome. It's been a blessing.
I hear that. I think it's something about Atlanta and everyone growing up, and you see this throughout the show, is how that is not ego driven. It's like everyone has everyone else's back. It's like, hey, we came up together, and I want you to eat. We can all eat.
Right.
I don't have to take food out of your mouth just to blow up. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has their own lane, which is impressive that you can create your own lane in this game and still blow up. You might be there's different levels to this.
Yeah.
But everyone respects each other's lane and allow themselves to grow. And I like the fact that it didn't come off on camera looking like they were too cool for school.
Right.
Everybody was just humble and just like, hey, this is what it is. This is the story. I'm gonna tell you exactly. No filter. And you guys really did a good job.
I like a big camera. Yeah.
Movie Lingo wanted to know, how can we catch episodes that already aired?
On the Peachtree website, peachtreetv.com. I believe they have some of their, at least I know they have about 9 of them on there.
I hope so, because they don't have them on demand.
Yeah.
How do I?
Hey, Peachtree, y'all need to come on. I need this on demand on Xfinity or something. Let's go, man. I need to see all these episodes.
Yeah.
I need to put them on a DVD set or something. Let's sell this thing, man. Let's go. Unaired episodes. I need the specials. I need that stuff that y'all sitting on. Second season is really what I really want. So let's make this happen, you know. Because look, the 50th anniversary ain't until, you know, the 51 starts in September. So we got the rest of both the 24.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I got this question. This one actually comes from my wife. She wants to know, what advice would you give an inspiring documentarian?
I'll take that.
Oh yeah, I'd say when you talk to folks, when you finally get them, well, this is after you've gotten an interview and you got it all set up and everything, and you're actually sitting down and doing the interview. I think what's really important is to have a conversation with the folks. Like, some people just get like questions and they just want to read the questions. Like, yeah, you've done a lot of work. You've written your questions and all, but really it's all about people. It's all about connection. So like, when you sit and talk to folks, like, have a conversation, understand the topics, and then listen to what they're saying. And when you listen, you'll hear the cool points. You'll hear the things that need to be elaborated on, and truly, genuinely be interested. So like, I also work on movies that I know they're not going to be good after while seeing them be made. But that's not the point. Like, while I'm in it, while I'm doing my job, it's like I have to be fully invested in it, or else I'm not going to portray the what is awesome. I'm not going to find what is awesome to portray. So I always have to say, like, try and always find what is interesting, and have a true conversation, really make a connection with people, and you'll get the best interviews, even from the people who are uncomfortable, people who are just thought they were going to have one conversation. You get the richest stuff that'll make a true documentary.
Yeah.
All right. And one more question. How does a novice documentary filmmaker get initial funding for a project?
Google. There's always a bunch of different grants. You got to write your ideas down, write your treatments down, what you kind of planning to do. But there's a lot of grants, competitions. You just got to really put yourself out there and do the research. But yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, you gotta. I mean, there's I forgot, I think it was PBS. There's 1,000 stories out there. We're gonna tell them all. Like, you got to find your lane, find the thing that you're interested in, and there's also someone who wants to finance that. You got to find that person. Find that group.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, this Harold and Tristan. I'm gonna switch gears real quick. I want to show some love to our artists that we have coming up.
Court is now in session.
All right. So this is Will Be the Judge of That. I'm calling this Will Be the Judge of That round table. And in Will Be the Judge of That, the way the segment goes is we play the music video, and then we show, then we play the music video, and then we critique it, then we vote. All right. What I want to do tonight is just show some love to two of the artists that's going to be featured next week. All right. So the first artist I want to bring to the stage is our current two-time winner. If he wins one more episode, he will be our next. We'll be the judge of that champion and have his very own episode. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages, put your hands together for the one and only Rize Da Key.
Yo, what's up, man? How y'all doing tonight, man?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate you. Look, man, happy holidays to you. Thank you so much for rocking with me. We're gonna have to push this back to next week, but I thought it's important that you got to shout out to the people, let them know you're here, and just tell them a little bit about yourself and why they need to tune in next week and vote for you.
Yeah, man, my name, I'm Rize Da Key, man, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And I got everybody, all my people, all my support system on here. We bagging up Louisiana, we doing our thing. Mr. One of a Kind, Future Ty and AB. Y'all be here next week. Stay tuned, saying y'all lock in with Mastermind and on the indie show. Everything going how it's supposed to go. Next week gonna be hotter than a dragon mouth, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we doing our thing, baby. So I want to say this, man. I want to give a shout out to my nephew, man. He's graduating from the Army, man. That's where we going tomorrow. That's why I told you. Tomorrow I had to leave and go somewhere. Yeah, that's where we going, man. I want to give a shout out to my nephew Tyler, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, shout his whole name out there. Let him know.
I want to give a shout out to my, my people, everybody on here that I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? My wife, she holding it down for me. You know what I'm saying? My sister, my mom, everybody. We all tight on this thing. Doing our thing. You heard me?
All right. Well, safe travels, brother, and good luck next week. Look, you won away because you get this thing. You gonna have a full episode, just you, sir, and I'm definitely looking forward to that because I know you got stories.
Hey, look, man, that ain't the only song I got. We dropping hits, man. You know what I'm saying? So let everybody stay tuned. Everybody gotta stay tuned. Listen.
That's what's up. Real quick, tell them how they can get in contact with you.
Man, you can get in contact with me on you go on YouTube and look up Rize Da Key. I got a couple videos up there right now. And you can also go on Instagram, King Rize 88. And Facebook. I'm working on getting on streaming sites right now, Spotify, Apple, everything. We finna take over 2024, man. We finna do it big. We finna do it big, man.
Do it big, sir. I appreciate you. Be safe out there, and I'll see you next week.
All right, man. You got that. Salute.
Yes, sir. Hey, that's Rize Da Key. One more win, and he's in. All right. Can it happen? It all depends on your vote. And also depends on this next artist. He goes by the name of K Jizzle. K Jizzle, what's happening?
What's up? What's up? Hey, what's up, everybody?
Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain, baby.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. Why do people need to tune in next week and show you some love?
Well, I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. You know what I'm saying? I just do what I do, and I'm going to bring something that everybody really wants to hear. Something that's from the soul, from the heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, get in anybody's way or anything. But whatever happens, happens. So tune in next week. You know what I'm saying? Tune in next week, and let's get the lights bright, and let's get it on and popping, baby.
So real quick, describe your style, because I know you have a unique style about you.
My style, man, is just from the heart, man. It's just whatever I feel. My style is just not quite like what's going on out here, but it is what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? You just got to check me out.
How can people get in contact with you if they want to check you out?
Oh man, you can catch me on SoundCloud, K Jizzle SoundCloud. You can catch me on K Jizzle 9G on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Just Google my name, KGICCLE, and it'll bring you to my world, because it is my world.
Y'all heard it here first. Tune in next week. It's going down. Thank you so much, K Jizzle. I appreciate you rocking with us. I will see you
Next week, baby.
It's going down.
Mastermind. Yes, sir.
All right. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. We ready. And we're going to have one more artist as well. It's always 3 artists. All right. Let me bring back my guests, Harold Hayes and Tristan. We're getting to the tail end of everything. I wanted to go to this next segment real quick. This segment I call Indie University. And in Indie University, 5 questions for independent entrepreneurs. All right. So people love this one. So this is why I need y'all to sit back and just think and answer from the heart. All right. First question. How do you get the world to notice you and your business? What's your marketing strategy? Oh, you're muted. Oh, yeah. Hey, I know you were saying some good stuff. I know. All right, there we go.
There we go. All right. It's we focus for most of the years on letting the work speak for itself, right? And the way we did that was we didn't even put our faces out there. Period. We just created the logo, which was the Space Cadet helmet, and just made sure that everything we put out was excellent. And so you make sure your website's tight. You make sure all the information can be found to how they can reach you, contact you, and then you work really hard on the LinkedIn game, or whatever game it is. You got to do networking, and just kind of have your story tight, right? You got to just be very specific with what your story is and understand what you do. And so I just always say we were just always true. We're 100. Whatever, if you and always protect your reputation. And so those things always like man, you might get the job, but if you tarnish that reputation of like the work you've done in the past, then it's all for naught.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta agree with that. Yeah, your work ethic. I went on tour with Killer Mike once, and he was like, no matter where you go, people are gonna know what you do because of your work ethic. You might feel like nobody's calling your number, but like people will see tails and they'll be like, oh, you did that, or who did this show, or who did this project, or who worked on that project. And it was like, oh, that was you. Can we work on something else? You didn't, like, even if sometimes you don't have to have your website up, you don't have to have your marketing stuff up. They just want the person who did that thing. So, good work ethic, and people will find you.
All right, good answer. All right, next question. Number 2. Someone watching this interview may be contemplating starting their own business. What advice would you give them? I'll let you start off, Tristan.
Research. And to make sure you're doing it for the right reason too. At least for me. And I know people start businesses just to make money. Like, I feel like if you're going to be doing that much work and spending that much time into something, you should at least be passionate about it, because that becomes your life and it's not just a part of your life. So I make research and make sure you're passionate about it. That would be my advice.
All right. And you, sir, talk to me. What you got, Harold?
I would say don't do what I did. I didn't take out enough money to get going. Again, you have to be 100% sure that this is what you want to do, because most likely, as I learned, the statistic is true, for the first 5 years, you're probably not going to make any money, and or nothing real, So a lot of people, you heard, they take out business loans at the get-go. That's if you take out as much as you can, because you're going to need it in order to parse out your all your expenses, your living expenses, your marketing expenses, your rent, your insurance, all that crazy stuff. So you're going to need that money in order to float yourself as you get going.
Yo, that is a real answer. I mean, you ain't lying on that one. And no one's come with that answer before. So thank you so much for being transparent.
Yeah.
Because that's really necessary. What is the greatest joy you've gained from starting your own business?
Freedom.
Freedom. Ooh, okay. Tristan?
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Like those days, even though you work more than 40 hours, more than 80 hours a week, most likely, there's still days you can wake up when you want to. And you're just like, I'm going to sleep in this extra 5 minutes, you know? And then you hold on to that freedom for the next 3 weeks because that's the last 5 minutes you'll probably sleep.
Oh, wow. Nice. Nice. Okay, I'm going to flip it. Does the fear of going alone independently ever go away?
What does that mean? Fear of going it alone?
So most people just, independently, just doing it by yourself with no help. Are you trying to tell me that no one truly is independent when they're doing their own thing?
I feel like yes and no though, because you're independent because you have to make that decision to like not do the traditional 9 to 5, you know, if that's what you're gonna do. But like what we learned from the hip hop docuseries, everybody comes together like it's a community. Like even from Mojo to Bone Crusher to the Dungeon family, you know, they all still had a support system. So even if you make that decision, you're still gonna find your community. You're gonna find your tribe.
Oh, great answer. Oh my gosh. You co-signing that one, Harold?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I also say, someone asked me, am I gambling, man? And I'm like, dude, I gamble every single day. Every single day you're an entrepreneur, you're gambling on yourself. But isn't that in everything in life? So I said, I might as well do it for myself.
Man, you guys are awesome with this. All right. Two more questions. Okay, here we go. What's the one misconception about owning your own business that people need to know the truth about? Tristan?
I feel like people think I don't think people think it's easy anymore. I feel like people know it's not easy, but I feel like there's this sense of like, oh, like luxury of like, oh, you own your own business? What kind of car you drive? Oh, you own your own business? Oh, what? And it's like, no, it's not that. You own your own business. You might still be pulling in like running in 40,000 a year, 50,000 a year, even if the business is making 6 figures. You know what I mean? So I don't think the numbers, like Harold was talking about earlier, I feel like the numbers aren't as transparent as people need them to be.
Harold.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of it for sure. I mean, you know, your company might make a lot of money, but that don't mean that's what you're taking home if you're doing it right. I think the other thing that I think people really need to know, that if you really want to be a success, if you have employees, is to figure out what kind of leader you are and understand that leadership can come from a lot of different ways, a lot of ways to define strength and leadership. And so for us, it's about, we kind of have this way where we say we work for, me and my business partner, we work for SunnyBoy as well, right? SunnyBoy people aren't just working for me and Craig, they're working for SunnyBoy and I'm working for SunnyBoy. So if we're all in that same ship, then, you know, you do well, I do well, I do well, you do well. And we just kind of help lead the way and kind of like find people and trust in the people that we work with.
Yeah. I think that's where you start seeing the difference between people who run a business, because you can run a business without employees, you just do your own thing, and the people who run a company, you know?
Yeah.
They interchange those and they're not the same thing.
Last, is there a scenario where you give up on your dream and sell your company to work for somebody else?
Oof, man, that's a good question. It's definitely come up because you can get tired. You can get tired. Like, this is a grind. Every day, every single day I'm working. If I'm not actually working, I'm working in my mind every single day. It's nonstop. So there's some times where I'm like, man, it'd be nice to just kind of sell it and take the cash. But in all honesty, I know I'm never going to retire. I'm a creative individual. It's never going to happen. So unless someone's going to show me some big numbers, I mean, there's always a number.
There's always a number.
I'll be 100 on that. There's always a number. But I'm never going to stop being creative.
Right. Yeah, even if you sell the company, I feel like you don't have to give up on the dream. You know, the dream is going to live forever, and you still keep chasing it. The company you can sell over and over and over because you can always make a new one.
In fact, I think the smartest people know when to sell.
Yeah. Man, I love y'all answers because they're so transparent and they're so real. And I just appreciate the honesty. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Indie Show. We're talking with Tristan and Harold. Before I get out of here, some questions that I missed. I want to just answer them real quick so we can get out of here. But I do want to know, what artists were you most excited to meet and interview? Oh, stumped him again. I'm loving this.
I didn't know it, but tag team.
Well, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was interesting to hear their story. I don't know if we've told it entirely yet.
I haven't seen that episode.
Yeah. To hear how when you get a one hit and how you can live off that one hit for 30 something years is crazy.
Yeah.
And then to know, like I said, just know when to sell, right? These cats figured out, you know, hey man, we're not going to top this. So let's, you know, they kind of found their own ways. They sometimes come back to do tours even today off the one song. And it's just kind of insane. It was a real eye-opening experience to learn from them, to hear their journey, to learn from them, to learn what they're doing right now. It's still, they're still happy. So, I mean, I think they're winners.
Yeah.
Tristan, you're an impressive individual. What about you?
I don't know. I think I enjoyed meeting and talking to Mojo because he started it all, you know. And when you hear everybody kind of referring back to this one name, like Mojo, you're like, who is this person? And then you see him, he got his Adidas outfit on. You're like, oh, okay. You know, it was refreshing, you know. But like, oh,
and I appreciate y'all for that because look, I moved to Atlanta August of 1990. All right. So, but let my wife tell it, I'm the biggest ATLian that she knows because I represent ATL to the fullest. And I've often heard the name Mojo, but I had no reference whatsoever. So for you to educate me on who Mojo was just such a blessing. And I never went to Sharon Showcase. So to tell the story of Sharon Showcase, I'm more of a warehouse dude. I used to go to the warehouse back in the day and party like that. I was at the 559. So, you know, all those type of stories and whatnot. And so y'all do a great job of just documenting Atlanta, the whole Atlanta scene from the 80s, 90s, and on up. It's just a beautiful thing. Was there somebody that you couldn't interview that you guys wanted to get?
Oh yeah, you know who.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We didn't know
is it the person that Bone Crusher referenced in the Dungeon Family episode?
Yeah. We were trying to get him, and then we were like getting a CeeLo like 3-4 times. He would show up and be like, "Okay, I'm ready to interview," and we're like, "We don't got cameras right now." And he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I thought we were like." Oh. So like CeeLo was one that is a bunch of near misses.
Ouch.
Yeah. Nobody knew where Andre was when we were even filming it. So
he was out of town on his flute.
Yeah.
Speaking of the flute, have you listened to the album?
I have.
Yes.
What do you think about the album?
I enjoyed it.
Huh?
I said I enjoyed it. It's nice background music, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Respect to it.
He said respect to. Oh man, you holding back. All right, look, ladies and gentlemen.
I listen to all kind of music for real. Like I listen to insane stuff. So I mean, I give it true respect. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing.
No, it's good. The Gandhi. I think the Gandhi song, that one right there might be my favorite track. It's like somewhere in the middle, like 4 or 5. But that one, they got Gandhi in the title. I think that's my favorite track.
Let me add one thing there. I didn't know how epic it would be to interview T.I. though. You know, this dude has this teacup, and you know, he's like a king in his studio. It was pretty dope to hear T.I. pontificate. I was like, all right, cool. You know, I mean, he's definitely earned it though. So yeah.
Man, it seems like you guys had a really great time.
Yeah.
So did it take you longer to do the editing than it did to do the interviewing?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Interviewing all together, like the first 3 days, we knocked out, like we said, 40 to 50 interviews. And then we got some that trickled in after that. The editing, we're still going.
So whose idea was it to use the AI? So what's the story behind the AI on the series? I was curious about that when I saw it.
All right. So I mean, you look, there was just a lot of talking heads, and we didn't want it to all just be talking heads, right? So it was the right opportunity to test out what this technology could do, find a way to kind of like bring a certain style to this that other people hadn't seen before. I never like to do anything the same way twice. Like I always try and push the envelope. So it just seemed like it was the right time to kind of see what can we do to talk about the past, talk about things that all kind of like illustrate these stories, or even show these artists in the interesting light, and try and figure out what the style is, right? So I wanted to have a visually arresting style to the show. And so, but at the same time, it's a practical use of filling the gaps. And I wanted it to still look big, right? Yeah. And not just like, if I had to hire people to paint that many pictures, it would be out of the budget of the film, of the docuseries, right? So technology allowed us to further tell these stories that deserve to be told within the confines of the budget. So I think, you know, and I'll definitely tell you, it's not like pushing a button. It took a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to work with AI. Tons of work, to the fact that we didn't realize this is a job. Working with the AI is a job. It's not like it replaces anybody. It doesn't replace a single person. It's just an extra added new technology to work with.
Man, all right. Let's go ahead and stick this landing. It's time for the last word. All right, last word. We just kick our shouts. So we just go around the horn. Harold, talk to me. What's your last word?
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, brother. Yes. What about you, Tristan? Last word, kick your shouts.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Thank you for everybody who worked on the project. They did a great job. The whole crew, all our people.
Man, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. I'm on the boards talking to you. It's been interesting. I had to fly, change some things on the fly. We didn't get to play the games or nothing like that. But I'm so glad that I got to talk to you one-on-one. Tristan, it is a pleasure meeting you. I hope this is not the last time I get to work with you, man, because you are awesome, sir. You are awesome, and I need you to keep on doing that. I need you to know that. I need you to keep doing what you're doing because you got skills, and you just keep growing and growing and doing your thing. And you, Harold, I'm so very proud of you from way back, knowing you from just way back and see where you are now. I wish you nothing but continued success, brother. And
Appreciate
that goes for you and everybody over at SunnyBoy Entertainment. And just thank you for being a part of the show. Shout outs to Movie Lingo. He said, great show. Looking forward to seeing more from you guys. I know, right? That's what's up. Last 2 episodes. Do y'all know what the name of the last 2 episodes are?
Yes. Records from the Bin is episode 11.
Okay.
And then 12 is about the future of hip hop.
Ooh, that's gonna be good. So I'm looking tomorrow. Tune in. Peachtree TV. If you're in Atlanta CW and the Peachtree TV, y'all, they done merged. They friends now. So watch it. It's 7 to 7:30. I always get it wrong, but I have it scheduled on my TiVo. So it's already by DVR. I got you. I'm not missing an episode. So y'all need to do the same thing right now. DVR it, however you do it. And then you heard what they said. It could be on the streaming someday soon. Fingers crossed. Nothing but success to y'all. Thank y'all so much for your time. This is the Indie Show. All things indie. I love y'all. And we are out of here. Well, yes, there we go. Peace.
New merch. Let's check some pieces out. Let's go. I got my Indie Show. You know what I'm saying? Indie Show merch. Mastermind on my back. Indie Show on the front. Yeah, buddy. Indie Show. That Black Nerd merch. Huh? We in the building. You can get this right now. $25.99. You know what I'm saying? It's called that Darth Vader nerd. Let's go. This is all my dudes that love the pod, that's in that media game. You know what I'm saying? Active Potter. Huh? Got that Active Potter. Bam. Backside. Active Potter. Let's some more Black Nerd merch. Look at that. Man, I'm giving y'all classic stuff right now. You know what I mean? Tap in. The official Black Nerd podcast t-shirt on with the logo. You know? And look, we got them Black Nerd ingredients right there. So cop your merch right now. Tons more. I got more designs coming. I just ordered a couple of pieces because y'all thought I was bluffing. We got tons of merch. Over 40 different designs. Support right now. VVCmerch.com.
The Indie Show, all things indie podcast.